and talk a bit about what the Ministry's been doing in the financial review debate and how they're going about it. The Ministry has department appropriations, of course, of $1.1 billion a year, of which $950 million is in running costs. The Ministry has met $168 million in cost increases up to June 2009 through those efficiency gains and cost reduction activities. And it has plans for a further $272 million in gains over the next 3 years. And its value for money program looks at the potential for those sorts of efficiency gains through measures such as self-service online tools and options that reduce that level of administration. So it's been quite a focus for us that we get back to people. So get back to how we're working with people, how we're actually managing them and their lives and helping them work alongside of them. And if you asked me in all honesty how we were going to make the biggest difference for those that are dependent on welfare, both short and long term, I would say that it comes down to the relationship they have with their case managers, how they work together, how you give them the right sort of incentives with the right sort of obligations and are able to back that up with that people contact. So a big part of this last year and a big part of that financial review has been cutting down on some of that administration side so that we free the people up to actually be spending it on the stuff that really matters. And goodness knows there are a lot of efficiency to be made in there, and I wanted to share some of them with the House because I think that they are actually the way forward, particularly for that work and income and the MSD department alone. So let me give you a couple of real examples because at the end of the day that's what matters. So StudyLink itself made 400,000 transactions were made online via My StudyLink. So that was 400,000 transactions made online via My StudyLink. 97% of student loan and allowance applications were made online. November the 1st, 2009 implemented a mail online, and so since then 168,919 letters have been viewed online. So something as simple as saying to young people you can view your mail online instead of having it posted to you has actually meant the cost savings and the efficiency gains have been substantial, and it means you've got people actually working with people, which I think is what's going to make a difference. We talk about the payment card, So in 2009, food grants made up half of hardship assistant payments. 501,000 payments totalling $52 million, 501,000 payments totalling $52 million. Big bucks, Introduced in November again was the payment card for food special need grants. So between November 09 and January 10, the time saved using payment cards was approximately 7 minutes per application. Now, that doesn't sound that interesting. 7 minutes, what's that? How's that going to go? That translates to approximately 11,700 case management hours. So once you add up that volume that you're actually dealing with, cut that time down to 7 minutes, that was 11,700 case management hours taken away on pure administration. That mean that those people could be spending that time with people and on stuff that actually really does matter. So approximately $350,000 was saved as well due to the unspent amounts on those cards. So what happened was when people had it on letters, it stayed on the letters, it actually stayed with with whoever they spent the money with the supermarket. Now that money's not actually being withdrawn out of the government's bank account, which means that it's being saved and means that we can actually invest it back in people. And it's that stuff that's going to make the ultimate difference. What we've also done, and we've been really fast-tracking over the last few months, is the high trust contracts, So in the past and under Labor, we heard a lot about integrated contracts and what they were, and this one really gets me. So what they did with the integrated contracts was you had an organisation that had 7 contracts. They got those 7 and they added another one on top and called it an integrated contract. So none of those 7 were changed, none of those 7 were taken away. Instead, they just added another one and said that that was integrated. What we've done instead, though, is brought in a high trust contract. That means all of those 7 were taken away. It was replaced by a 3-page document that said we actually work together in this. We're focused on the people that we want to help instead of who has the power and what sort of the relationship looks like and this constant partnership stuff that that we used to hear about under the previous government. Instead of actually focusing on each other and what that relationship looks like, how about we focused outward and onto the people that we actually all agree that we want to work with, and the results have been outstanding.
I call Katrina Sheen.